Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Russell with Ink and Paper Blog. How are you doing today? Today is Sunday. It is about a week before Dan and I's huge party. Our family all comes in between Tuesday and Thursday of this week. I have 2 days of work and then I'm off for a week, so our lives are a little crazy. Dan's doing most of the work, so I can't really take any credit other than I have all 3 dogs in the room with me. So he is been fantastic. His ideas are amazing. So I will take some pictures of some of the stuff that he has done and post it on Instagram if you guys are interested. So follow me on Instagram, the link's down below, or Twitter if you're interested in seeing some of the stuff that he has done for this party. It's pretty amazing. So, but what am I here to talk to you about today? I am here to talk to you about the Olive editions from HarperCollins. Now, if you don't know what they are, every year since 2008, except for 2, I guess there was a couple of years that they took off, HarperCollins has republished some of their modern classics in limited edition versions designed by Milan Bozic, I think is his name. So all of them throughout the duration all sort of have sort of continuity to them. And they are gorgeous. And they are fairly inexpensive. They are only $10 an edition and free shipping through HarperCollins. So I will link HarperCollins website below for the Olive editions so that you guys can take advantage if you're interested in ordering them. And I'm going to put a picture right here of what they all look like on the shelf together. They're amazing. If you guys do follow me on Instagram, I've already posted this picture, but I really think that they look fantastic together. And I was really drawn to them this year because of the diversity of all of the titles and also the timeliness of a lot of the titles. Just, they really sort of spoke to me. There are 8 in this year's editions, and I've read 2, and then I will talk to you about the ones I haven't read. That being said, they don't have blurbs on them the way that normal books do, so I'm going to do my best to describe them to you from the research that I did prior. So I apologize if I get some of the information wrong. It's stuff that I sort of researched beforehand. But the one that sort of put it on my radar was Bad Feminist by Roxane Gay. She posted this on her Twitter that it was coming out, and so I started to look into what was going to be on this year's list. Look at this gorgeous cover, this beautiful pink. I happen to know from seeing Roxane Gay that pink is her favorite color. I mean, come on, you guys. And on the back, it has a quote from each of them that sort of encapsulates, a word that I'm going to struggle with today, what the theme of the book is. And this one says, these essays are political and they are personal. They are like feminism, flawed, but they come from a genuine place. Now, I will link my video on Roxane Gay below. You guys know that I adore her. I've talked about all her works. There's a fantastic essay in here on Sweet Valley High. There's a fantastic essay in here on Scrabble and Scrabble tournaments. It is very, very well done, and I adore Roxane Gay, and that's the first one. So there you go. The next one is a work of fiction, and that is The Known World by Edward P. Jones. Now, I love this book, and I did a video where I talked about books that you may not have heard of in the backlist, because this book won the Pulitzer, but I don't think a lot of people have read it, and it is worth your time. This is about a man and a woman, a black man and woman in the South who own slaves in a plantation. He passes away, and it's about his wife dealing with the politics of the plantation and being a slave owner as a black woman herself, and it is beautifully written. It is extremely informative and moving, and oh, it's so good, you guys. It is really worth reading. So if you haven't read it, this edition, beautiful, $10, worth your time. The Known World by Edward P. Jones. The other 2 works of fiction, one is pretty famous, and the other one I had never heard of. And the first one is The Roundhouse by Louise Erdrich. And I think I've read The Beat Queen by her, but I can't recall much about it. So I am going to say I haven't read anything by her, because clearly it's been a while. On the back it says, we passed over in a sweep of sorrow that would persist into our small forever. We just kept going. This is a Native American story. It's set on a reservation. It is about a tragic, tragic event that occurs and a young boy who seeks justice. And I think that's about all I'm going to say about it. It won the National Book Award, I think, National Book Award a few years ago. And I know that a lot of people love Louise Erdrich as an author. So I'm super excited. Look at that cover. So cool. Yeah, so that one's that one. The next one, I just love the title. I love the cover. And I'll tell you what I know about it, which is not a whole lot. And that is Wench. Look at this. I love this. You know this speaks to me. By Dolen Perkins-Valdez. On the back it says, she was more than eyes, ears, lips, and thigh. She was a heart. She was a mind. And it says in here that... this memorably portrays how the entwined destinies of chattel and master, increasingly related by blood, passion, and hatred, prefigure the looming national conflict. This is an almost forgotten but important chapter in American history, recorded as fiction, but nonetheless full of hard facts. Now, there is another blurb in here that I just think really sort of the passion of it makes me want to read this book even more. And it says, there will be obvious comparisons to classics like Beloved and Dessa Rose. Obvious, but deserved. Wench is risky, rich, confounding, maddening, satisfying, illuminating, and downright fascinating. The author has created something fresh out of history, known but hidden. Something old, something new, something borrowed, and something definitely blue. But more, she has the audacity to challenge her readers to reimagine the peculiar institution of slavery in ways we Americans are only getting ready to face. You guys, doesn't that sound fantastic? That's Wench by Dolen Perkins-Valdez. Again, that cover just is so good. And I love the color green. This is. So that's the fiction and the two books that I've read. Now, I know that November is Nonfiction November. Olive has made the announcement. I will link her video down below if you're interested in participating in Nonfiction November. And the next 4 books that I'm going to talk to you about are all nonfiction, and they will all speak to this Nonfiction November that you could probably fit in. The first book I'm going to tell you about is Victory by Linda Hirshman, and this... I mean, come on, guys. Come on. And on the back it says, flip the paddy wagon. So this is actually a nonfiction account of the gay rights movement and sort of the gay movement in history through America. It starts before the Stonewall riots, goes through the Stonewall riots, goes through the AIDS crisis into modern America. Modern America. The 80s, I was alive in the 80s. That's still modern. But I think that this is going to be a fascinating book, a look at how the gay community has lived in America and what sort of how times have changed for us. I think this would be a really interesting sort of buddy read with How to Survive a Plague by David Francis, which just won the Green Carnation Prize, which talks again about the AIDS crisis in the 80s. So if you're looking for sort of a tandem that would be probably pretty eye-opening together, those two books may work very well together. And this is Victory by Linda Hirshman. Oh, I'm so excited for that one. I'm so excited for the next one. So going in a different direction, this is Dust Tracks on a Road by Zora Neale Hurston, an autobiography. Now, I've told you guys about Zora Neale Hurston in a previous video. I talked about her novel, Their Eyes Were Watching God, which is one of my favorite books ever. It is amazingly written. Now, this is her autobiography. It says on the back, real slavery is couched in the desire and the efforts of any man or community to live and advance their interests at the expense of the lives and interests of others. Preach, Zora Neale Hurston. I know that she had a very crazy life. She went from poverty to success. She was a maid. She was an anthropologist. She studied voodoo from an anthropological angle. She wrote books about that. I know that Zora Neale Hurston was quite a woman, and I am super excited to read this. I love this yellow. I love this cover, and that is Dust Tracks on a Road by Zora Neale Hurston. Yeah. The next book, I'm not even sure how to talk about it because it's been hard to find a whole lot about how to sort of say what it's about. And that is How to Be Black by Baratunde Thurston. I'm going to put his name up there because I'm probably saying that wrong. But here is what I know, and this is enough for me. On the back it says, just in case you were wondering, no black people were harmed in the making of this book. I know that Mr. Thurston also works for The Onion, so I have a feeling that this is going to be sort of a social satire that is going to probably be educational but darkly funny at times. I read the first paragraph and I thought it was telling sort of to the tone in the introduction. It says, first, let's get this disclaimer out of the way. This book is not how to become a black person if you are not already black. You cannot use this book as a magic potion. You cannot digest the printed copy and expect some supernatural physical transformation beyond painful indigestion. If you purchase the book with the intention of changing your race, I thank you for your money, but there will be no refunds. None. So I'm very interested to read this. He sounds like he is going to be scathingly funny, but probably so informative. I'm really excited about How to Be Black by Baratunde Thurston. And last but not least is sort of the biggest book in this collection, though Victory is pretty big too. And that is Devil in the Grove by Gilbert King. Look at how beautiful this orange is. Okay. And on the back it says, this case presents one of the best examples of one of the worst menaces to American justice. Now, this book says that it is about a little-known and horrifying incident in which 4 young black men were rounded up and accused of raping a white woman. Readers cannot help but be awed by the bravery of those who took the stand in the late 40s and early 50s. And then the byline on the book after the title, Devil in the Grove, says, Thurgood Marshall, the Groveland Boys, and the Dawn of a New America. So this is nonfiction. It has photos in it, and it's a bit of a chunkster, but it sounds fascinating. So if you're looking for something that, and it says it's like a little known piece of history, so it'll probably educate us all, and that is Devil in the Grove by Gilbert King. Now I'm going to link HarperCollins website below to order the olive editions so that you guys can get them if you're interested. Again, remember, if you purchase them, I believe they have free shipping right now. I know that if you purchase over a certain amount, they also have free shipping. And they're $10 each. I think they are a fantastic investment. They're going to look beautiful on my shelf. And every one of them is something I have read and loved or am super excited to read. So I hope they sort of spawn some interest. Now, if you guys read any of these books, let's talk about it below. Are any of them stuff that you're interested? Let's talk about that below. Are you going to participate in Nonfiction November? Do these fit like they'll fit in that for you? As always, if you are a return subscriber, thank you so much. I so appreciate you guys. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Hopefully some of these books will make it on your TBR. And until next time, happy reading as always, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!